welcome to another episode of Epic Geek Out. Probably not the only show on the internet, but one of the only shows on the internet that really wants to go to Comic-Con. I'm your host, Chad.
I'm your host, Rob. Today we're going to be delving into all the news we've heard from the 2013 San Diego Comic-Con.
As always, you can check us out over at Twitter at Epic Geek Out. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Epic Geek Out, and also check out the website, www.epicgeekout.com. But let's get into our take of Comic-Con.
So it's July, and that means Comic-Con is here. It has come and gone, and we are taping this on Sunday, so I think there's some more stuff that possibly could come out.
Yeah, like some Doctor Who news, some stuff like that we just haven't seen. But my lord, is there enough to talk about as of right now?
I had not really been up on what's going on because I had a couple of things I did this weekend that I didn't get a chance to really be on Twitter. So I'm gonna let you
actually,
take this.
This is my first year on Twitter during Comic-Con, and my lord, did it make me want to be there, because most of the people I follow have some or are there, and they're tweeting pictures, or they're in Hall H, which is the big hall where Marvel does their presentation, Warner Brothers, all things like that, and it's just been news after news, and it's been incredible. So what to touch on first? Do we just delve into Marvel and all the things in Marvel?
Yeah, there's a lot of is there anything that's not superhero related? Because I think most is going to be superhero related. Is there anything
I'm sure there is, but to talk about, I mean...
Oh, the How I Met Your Mother thing. I thought that was
there is a cool... and check it out. This is posted online. If you're fans of How I Met Your Mother, they're going into the last season. It's their first Comic-Con panel, but they're going towards their last season of that show. And they did a really funny little kind of spoof on how ridiculous the nature of the show is, because he's been telling one story the whole time. And I can't do it justice, but check that out. Maybe we can add the link to the bottom.
Yeah, was there any Walking Dead stuff, or is that coming?
There was. It's the 10th anniversary of Walking Dead. Kirkman, they brought a zombie killing car there,
nice.
And a new trailer for Walking Dead season 4 has premiered. I haven't actually had the chance to check that out yet.
Definitely.
But they're saying zombies are back, and they're going to be a big threat in this season, which was one of the complaints for season 3. So I'm really excited for that aspect.
I don't think it's really a complaint, because I think the show and the book and the comic are really about the people.
And they say The Walking Dead isn't about... That's not the title of the zombies. That's the title of the people that are still there.
Right.
So, But I think for people who don't know the lore and haven't been, read the comics or things like that, they expect more zombies, and I think we're going to get that. So stay tuned for that.
So so it's probably tons of other stuff that maybe we got to check out. But the major of this conversation is going to be about the superhero related awesomeness. So Marvel, I mean, you know what's going on. So
Marvel. Apparently this was one of their best presentations in Hall H. It kills me that I wasn't there or around it. I just had to glean it through osmosis through Twitter.
Which is saying a lot, considering a couple years ago when they introduced the Avengers lineup. I think it's pretty insane. So,
from that we've got they aired some footage from Thor: The Dark World. Loki apparently made an appearance. Tom Hiddleston dressed up completely as Loki.
Awesome.
The lights went down, and then he was just there in the stage. Apparently, the new Captain America movie is going to have a really different feel, more of a 70s spy thriller kind of movie.
That's sweet.
And they say the action in that has been more Bourne style and more realistic and not crazy CGI. So looking forward to that. Scarlett Johansson's character, she's going to play a bigger part in that movie.
Right.
So I think that's cool. Guardians of the Galaxy, we'll put up the picture behind, but the first concept art of, everyone in their character has appeared for that. And, that whole cast was there talking about it. Apparently they aired some footage, which we haven't seen yet, which is killing me.
I really hope that they do release it somewhere, but I don't know.
They apparently tied a lot of stuff together, and not tied it together, but it was the good blend of funny and actiony and so good. I'm excited.
Yeah, crazy,
I'm pumped for that.
Crazy considering they've only been filming for a week that they could do this. But I really want to see it, because apparently they didn't really do the voice of Rocket Raccoon yet, because they don't know really who's playing that.
And this is
I kind of wanted to see that. That's what I want to see from it, 'cause that's what I'm worried about. But
I agree, but I think this is going to be Marvel's biggest victory, because it's definitely their biggest gamble.
Yes,
if they can pull this off. I mean, it's not led. Chris Pratt is the leading actor, who I'm a fan of from Parks and Rec, but I don't know if he's even known. I think he's going to fit the role well. I mean, he certainly looked the part. Zoe Saldana as Gamora, Batista, no household names.
Having said that, though, Iron Man, not a popular Marvel villain, and also Robert Downey Jr. at the time, not popular. And not
if lightning can strike twice for Marvel, I mean, it's a true testament to what they're doing and what they're building. So I'm beyond pumped for that. And that's directed by James Gunn, who's more known for his low-budget films like, well, most of them are Slither, Super, things like that. So Guardians of the Galaxy, beyond excited for that.
And the villains for that, so it appears like they might have slipped that Thanos is going to be.
There's a dude who's, I forget the name.
Collector.
Yeah, and then he's close to Thanos, so I'm not sure if, he's going to be like the precursor, and then Thanos might even be set up for Guardians of the Galaxy 2, how they're going to do that. Yeah. But Benicio del Toro is playing the villain in that, along with Lee Pace and Karen Gillan as kind of,
henchmen.
Yeah, type things. His helpers. So beyond excited for that.
Awesome.
Then, it's just like Joss Whedon at the end, just to pop his head out and surprise the audience. Yeah. And Avengers 2 has a title, so it's Avengers: The Age of Ultron. So I'm like, that's just awesome.
Gives you chills because it's
like a logo legit, for it.
Like Age of Ultron is like an actual comic book series title. So like, it's not like Dark World, Thor. Like I don't think Dark World is really like a title of a comic book series or anything.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
But like this is like Winter Soldier is, so that kind of ties that storyline together. But just crazy.
Beyond excited. Ultron's a character that I think is going to be a good person for them to go up against. It has some history. It's going to be tying in, Thanos, I think, the Ant-Man franchise to it as well. Which I'm not. It's really crazy because Ant-Man's coming after Avengers. This leads and sparks the rumors of Vision going to be appearing, which Vin Diesel is rumored to be playing. So it's crazy. It just gets you excited. 2 years away. I mean, that stinks. Coming out in the summer of 2015, along with the other big news for the summer of 2015.
Oh, yes. Which is not from Marvel. But...
Which is not from Marvel. Switching, topics for a second. The other movie that was announced for 2015, I don't think they have a title yet, but they superimposed Batman logo with the Superman logo. So we are finally going to be getting a team-up movie of Superman and Batman. It's not the Justice League movie that, they were talking about, but, they were up there and they read, a line from Frank Miller's, comic. It's pretty much saying, like, Batman's, monologue of, Superman, I want you to remember that I was the man who beat you, like that thing. And that's awesome. So who knows, they might be adversaries, a part of the movie. It's not going to be based solely off of that, but they're going to draw inspiration from that. Beyond excited. Henry Cavill's, back
is it
to
actually
play Superman.
Man of Steel 2?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
it's the continuation of Man of Steel.
Right.
Christopher Nolan's executive producing, but it's not following his Batman movies. Those are done. They're saying Christian Bale says he doesn't want to return, so they are casting for Batman.
Oh my gosh! So what if he did though?
I mean, I think Batman and Superman are rated like 1 and 2 most popular superheroes of all time. I mean, this is going to be their Avengers. I mean, they both are such iconic characters that we're finally getting that meetup is just tremendous. I mean, I don't even know what I'm more excited for. I think I'm leaning towards Marvel because there's a lot more unknowns there, and I apparently the footage was great for everything that they showed, which is impressive. So, I'm beyond excited. I need to get to San Diego Comic-Con. If anyone's wealthy and wants to sponsor a trip next year for us, you can do that. But yeah, so what do you think about Superman and Batman finally on the big screen together?
Worried. Sounds awesome in theory. But I don't know. For Man of Steel, for me, it was just such a letdown, I think. And I wasn't a fan of the third Nolan Batman. Not that that's tying into that, but I don't know. I just don't feel like they have such a structure, as big of a structure as Marvel does. I mean,
well, and they don't because they would have been in a Justice League movie already if Green Lantern worked, if other things worked. So I mean, they don't have that, but this is being written and directed by Zack Snyder with David S. Goyer also on it. I hope that they can get more character. Like, I'm willing to forego some action scenes for just some dialogue scenes and just, I'm going to just geek out when Batman and Superman are on film together. I guess
the whole premise of the movie will be that since there's no Metropolis anymore, he's just going to get Gotham to help, right? So, I don't know. But yeah, it's going to be interesting because I really they have to have a villain, a strong villain, I feel, to make this really.
Well, they
be
put the
something
seeds
good.
in for Lex Luthor and stuff like that. And they talked about how in the Man of Steel verse that Superman was the first superhero. And now after him, there's always been people helping people. But now this is like the first thing for him to like inspire other people to put on the capes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
It's
The potential is tremendous. I'm gonna like it. I'm sure.
It's crazy. I mean, it's really funny because like I feel like a couple years ago and even now is like all major actors like the big thing actors wanted to do was be on a TV series, and now I think like the major thing is like be in a superhero movie,
Yeah.
And it's just like it's crazy because now like if we get Vision with Vin Diesel, I think that would be awesome. I think it'd be great for that. And just this, whoever Batman ends up being is just going to be nuts. And I think it's just so exciting to be a geek because this stuff is, popular now.
Yeah.
And then we're going to get Star Wars too. Don't forget that.
I know. Yeah.
In 2015. So Star Wars, new Man of Steel with Batman.
Amazing. There was an
and
article
Avengers in one summer.
And there's
Oh my
others
God.
as well that I'm forgetting, but there's an article posted how that's going to be the biggest summer
Ever.
So we barely scratched the surface. Check out slashfilm.com. They have some great coverage. Yahoo's been having some articles on their main page. So check out the internet. There's a wealth of knowledge there for what's been going on. But that's our coverage of San Diego Comic-Con.
It's that time of the episode again to give some thanks for some awesome geek stuff. Rob, what's your thanks today?
Yeah, my thanks. I'm going to thank air conditioning. If you couldn't tell, some of these past episodes we've been taping in a place where we can't have the air conditioner on as we tape because it's too loud. So you don't know really what it is until you don't have it. So it's kind of my way of apologizing if we look sweaty at all during the taping of this because the lights are kind of bright. But I would like to thank air conditioning, and I look forward to going into my bedroom with it after because it is ridiculously hot. So Chad, what are you thankful for?
Nice. My name is Chad, and I have an addiction, and it is to
alcohol.
Yeah, well, that's
okay.
That just got real too fast. But I have caved once again, and there's been a lot of summer sales for Steam and
I need to get on Steam
Xbox
and get some stuff.
Yeah, some
I
really awesome stuff. So check that out. But also on sale was WoW, the Mississippi area expansion, which I did purchase, and I'm working on a new character. The monk character.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Panda monk.
That's
Kung Fu
awesome.
Panda. I have other level 85, so I'll probably at some point level those guys up too.
Yeah.
But it's such funny how a dated game it is at this point because you really do start to feel the dated graphics and everything. But BlizzCon is coming up in November of this year, so there's speculation they're going to be announcing something about their new MMO that they're coming out with. And everything. So I did actually, before I did get the expansion, I popped back into Guild Wars 2 because they're having some really cool new, like...
I need to get back on that too.
But every 2 weeks they're releasing content.
That's cool.
Which is pretty cool, and they're calling it like the living story. But like the weird thing is that like you play that 2 weeks and like a lot of times that content disappears after that. So like if you don't play...
okay.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, what the heck, it's on sale. Just go for it, play
that's
for
funny.
a month. And so I'll probably just play for like a month and then stop again.
Yeah.
But...
Yeah,
I'm back into it. So,
and then I did
check
hear
it out.
some cool news. They're developing a Firefly. It was
I
originally
did see that,
slated
yes.
as an MMO, but now it's just going to be a mobile game. Where you can get your ship together, your crew. So I think that's going to be awesome. So check that out once that drops.
Yeah, awesome. So we're going to be back next week with some more episodes for you. Thanks for watching this week. As always, we really appreciate it. So leave your comments below about Comic-Con stuff that we may have missed. There's been a lot of coverage, but
stay cool.
There's stuff
Stay
that
cool.
we,
It's really hot.
Yeah, it is. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.